Hello everyone, welcome to Pcmbstuffz.
Today, let's discuss about skeleton system from locomotion and movements. The hard supportive or protective elements of the animal body form the skeleton system or skeleton. The study of skeleton is called osteology. The prime importance of skeleton system is to give physical support for maintenance of body shape and protection of internal organs from external hazards, and it has a significant role in movement of body. Types of skeleton system. In Hydra, flatworms, roundworms and annelid, the support to the body is provided by a fluid, and such a support system is called hydrostatic skeleton. In other animals, there occurs two types of skeleton. One is exoskeleton and the other is endoskeleton. Let us discuss about that. Endoskeleton. Endoskeleton of mammal is made chiefly of bone and very little of cartilage. Newborn baby has 300 bones, which fuses to give 206 bones in adult. Human skeleton is made up of 270 bones, which get fused to become 206. Out of this, 6 occurs as ossicles, and the remaining 200 bones are distributed into axial and appendicular skeleton. Exoskeleton. The exoskeleton consists of hard parts present on the surface of body. It is found in invertebrates as well as vertebrates. Shells of mollusks and the bony plates of tortoise, scales, feathers, hair, claws, nails, horns are example of exoskeleton system in the vertebrates. Now just pause the video and take down the following keywords for your reference. The difference between the bone and the cartilage. This gives the overview of the number of bones in our skeleton system. Now down the following things for your reference. Axial skeleton. Axial skeleton occupies body's main longitudinal axis. It includes 4 structures. 1. Skull in the head. 2. Vertebral or spinal column in the neck and trunk and tail if present. 3. Sternum and ribs in the thorax region. Appendicular skeleton. Appendicular skeleton is a place inside or transverse axis. It comprises 1. Pectoral and pelvic girdles. 2. Limb bones. Girdles connect the limb bones with the vertebral column. Now let us take a look of its image. This is axial skeleton with the blue mark, and this is both the type of skeleton. Now let us look at the skull, the very first part of axial skeleton. Human skull consists of 1. Cranium, 2. Face and 3. Hyoid bone. Skull, cranium. It is a large, hollow, round part of the skull. Its cavity is termed as cranial cavity. It encloses the brain during our life. The cranium is formed of 8 flattened bones. This includes 1 frontal, a pair of parietals, 1 occipital, a pair of temporals, 1 sphenoid and 1 ethmoid bones. Face. It lies under the anterior part of cranium. It is composed of 14 bones. This includes pair of nasals, maxillae, palatines, zygomatic or cheekbones, lacrimals, inferior nasal bols, and 1 vomer and 1 mandible. Note, mandible is movable to allow mastication and speech. Hyoid bone. A bone called hyoid lies at the base of tongue. It is also called tongue bone, and the muscles of the tongue and throat are attached to this bone. This later is not articulated with rest of the skeleton. Note, except mandible and ear ossicle, all other skull bones are immovable. Ribs. Ribs are curved bars which is movable, articulated with thoracic vertebrae at the back and unite with the sternum in the front. The upper 7 pairs of ribs are attached in front directly to the sternum. These are called true rib, and the next 3 pairs are joined above each. They are termed as false ribs. The lowest 2 pairs of ribs are free in front. They are known as floating ribs. Sternum. This is long, narrow, flat vertical bone in the middle of front wall. Look at the image for your reference. Now let us look at appendicular skeleton, the limbs. Each limb is made up of 30 bones. 4 limb constitutes 1 humerus, 1 ulna, 1 radius and 8 carpals which is wrist, 5 metacarpals which is palm and 14 phalanges, digits. Humerus bones are smooth, large and rounded at the top where it fits into the scapula of the shoulder bone. Hind limb constitutes 1 femur, 1 patella, 1 tibia, 1 fibula, 7 tarsals, 5 metatarsals and 14 phalanges. Pectoral and pelvic girdles bones help in articulation of upper and lower limbs respectively with axial skeleton. Remember the following diagram for the concept. Here is the total calculation of 206 bones. 80 from skull bone and 8 from cranial bones, 14 from facial bones, 33 from vertebral column, 60 from forelimb and 2 from pectoral girdle, 2 from pelvic girdle, 60 from hind limbs. Overall 206 bone with digital formula. Now let's talk about joints. The place of articulation between 2 or more bones or between bone and a cartilage is called joint. Joints are of 3 types: fibrous, cartilaginous and synovial. In fixed or fibrous joint, the bones are very tightly held with the help of white fibrous connective tissue. Example, sutures between the skull bones. In slightly movable or cartilaginous bone, the opposing surfaces are connected by white fibrocartilage, which allows slight movement. Example, joint between the vertebrae. In movable or synovial joints, the articulating bone can move extensively upon each other. At these joints, there is a space between the bones called synovial cavity, which is filled with viscous and slippery fluid called synovial fluid. Synovial joints are also consisting of ball and socket joint, hinge joint, pivot joint, gliding joint and saddle joint. Look at the diagram. Disorders of muscle and skeletal system. Arthritis is caused by inflammation of joints. It is of several types. Osteoarthritis affects the articular cartilage at synovial joints. It is a degenerative joint disease. Usually affected joints are of spine, knees and hands. 2. Gouty arthritis is caused either due to excessive formation of uric acid or inability to excrete it. It is deposited in synovial joints as monosodium salt. Osteoporosis. It is a disease in which bone loss minerals and fibers from its matrix. Major causative factors are imbalances of hormones like calcitonin, parathrone, sex hormones, deficiency of calcium and vitamin D. Sprain and strain. A sprain is a twisting of joint without dislocating it. Such an injury causes damage to ligaments and also often damages tendons, muscles, blood vessels, nerves. A strain is less severe stitching or twisting of a joint. Muscular dystrophy. It is inborn abnormality of muscles associated with dysfunction and ultimately with deterioration. Lack of dystrophin causes muscle dystrophy. Myasthenia gravis. It is an autoimmune disorder affecting neuromuscular junction, leading to fatigue, weakening and paralysis of skeleton muscle. Remember guys, whole chapter is reduced to a nutshell to give immediate importance of the concept. Every word is important from this video. If you feel the video was helpful, please like and share and subscribe for PCMB stuffs.